And we are green now. Hello, 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 and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MMS European Formula Open this time for season 1 of this little championship we will have. And joining me in the commentary box is
Me,
Miran.
Miran.
Yes.
Hello, Kai. Wonderful to be here for a
Miran.
launch of a brand new series in MMS. 38 drivers, but only one will emerge as champion over the course of this 8-race season. Should be very exciting, and been a very long time since MMS has used these cars, so it's a bit of a blast to the past to have these cars again. But they should produce very, very good racing.
I agree. Yeah, spec chassis, spec engines. A very, very competitive field. What else would you want? This is basically what Formula E could be, but it ain't. But that's not the point. Today we are at Imola for the inaugural San Marino Grand Prix, and I think without further ado, we're just gonna drop to the grid. Top 17 will be mine, if you don't mind, Miran, and then we're gonna go through. So, for the sprint race, which is just 8 minutes long, it's Ratko Bettes on pole position, followed by Ari Soilu in second. Then you have Odi Katzenberg and Miguel Moreira in 4, followed by Sergio. I never knew which one it is.
I think it's Sergio.
Okay, Sergio Carrasco, followed by David Morris Pearson, Said El Alaoui, followed by Zdenek Svoboda. Then you have Patrizio Nerani San Marino, Matthew Wattenberg, followed by Ismail Al-Fakhuri, with Henry J. Brown in 12th. Then you have Nick Tander, followed by Oliver Kaminski in 14th. In 15th, you have Gianni Zaridis, followed by Karl Wilhelm. And then you have Marcos Aguirre in 17th.
Oh yeah, Mitch Johnson will be starting in 18th from Eva Valjak in 19th. 20th place is occupied by Enzo van der Walle with Jack Carr in 21st in that beautiful McLaren. Harding Gallagher is 22nd with Timon de Jong in 23rd. Elmindo Ubaldo Manzanares will be 24th with Adri Keith in 25th. Then it is Matthias van der Velde, his teammate, in 26th, and Sofia Romano will be 27th. Lewis Bumpington will be in 28th with Pedro de la Lamy in 29th with Enzo Moreira rounding out the top 30. Lawrence Varish will be 31st with Tomoya Iwasaki in 32nd. Then it will be Junhua Gaizu or Gaizu Junhua in 33rd with William Royce taking 34th position. Antoni Castillejo will be 35th with Maximilian Stuner in 36th, and the final two cars on the grid will be Mohamed Nawawi and Leif Börje in 38th.
Yeah, so here we go, Miran, and we're gonna start this race now. Further waiting, the cars are revving up 8 minutes in front of us, then a bit of a break, and then another race of 12 minutes of length. Here we go, all the lights are on and they're out, and we're green at San Marino. Theoretically, not really though, as Bettes gets off to a good launch, but it's Ari Soilu, and they bang wheels immediately as they go into Tamburello. It kicked off immediately. That's great. That's good to know.
Yeah, everyone already very aggressive on the start here as Soilu coming under pressure from Katzenberg there in second as the two will go wheel to wheel heading down into the first braking zone. Soilu on the inside line there, I think is Carrasco trying to get up into the podium as well, but Bettes should hold the lead as Carrasco with a bit of oversteer, and he was being turned by one of the drivers, but he is side by side with Ari Soilu, who's dropped down to third, but Katzenberg has taken the lead of the race ahead of Ratko Bettes.
Yeah, and Carrasco now battling with Ratko over here side by side into the chicane. That's not what you want, as Wilhelm has been involved in a bit of an accident. Bettes does defend. Moreira goes wide, and that's a spinner for Alawi and Wattenberg, and that is not good for the Lotus driver. He can't seem to catch luck. That's damage to a lot of cars.
Goodness.
That's a wheel.
I think Manzanares was up in the air there for a bit, but yeah, a lot of accidents, especially coming into that corner.
Oh, what happened here? On board with Carl Wilhelm, Zarilis just drops it and nowhere to go, and he clips Tander as well. No, Tander spins on his own too, look. It was a tandem of spins.
Yeah, I think the curb caught both Zarilis and Tander out, and Gianni just turned into Leif Börje there, and Börje very lucky to not get damaged, but that's going to send a lot of them obviously down the grid, and then you have the whole conundrum into this corner, I believe it was. El Alawi was involved in that.
And the drivers were told not to go side by side here, and they did not listen, clearly. As Van der Walle spins. There's Manzanares, as you said, he was in the air, but there's someone without. Oh my god, so much damage. This is just a Constantina effect, and I don't think anyone can be punished, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you can't really point fingers at anyone. I think El Alawi was maybe tagged by Pearson.
Yeah, people just went off here trying to avoid. Oh my days, Manzanares, did you see that?
Oh, and that, I think that's De Jong who's sent him up on 2 wheels.
Yeah, still.
And Said is out. You can see he's blocking a few guys there.
Yeah, he has nowhere to pull off as Wattenberg now goes into those guys. Obviously, no safety car in this series.
Oh my goodness. Oh!
He's fine. That's just William Royce doing William Royce things. But yeah, this should settle itself out. Soilu outside of Carrasco now for third. Yeah. Said has been overtaken by everyone, but yeah, this is basically a racing incident. There's nothing that could have been done. This is a major Constantina effect at play. As dear lord,
massive slide for Zdenek Svoboda, and here comes that's Patrizia Andriana di San Marino, the Prema, who was having a look on Svoboda, but nothing into Tamburello. But she's gonna have the very powerful slipstream, obviously. In these cars, as you can see, the top 10 is still very closely bunched together.
As that's Arisoyo now to the inside of Carrasco. He wants to deal with this little issue as quickly as possible. Gets a bit of a slide, gets a better launch though, and I think he's going to get the move as they go up the hill. Yes, he does. Arisoyo up into third now. Carrasco not making any moves here, not really reasonable. Aguirre thinking about it, but not sending it. That's Jack Caro with damage. What happened here? Oh, goes a bit wide. And and that's Kamiński spinning in front of him.
And I think it's another classic case of just on the curb. You take too much of it and you just spin.
Yeah, nothing you could have done.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Oh, and he's spinning still.
Yeah, the lack of downforce. I don't think he's used to it. As there's Adric Keith who's gonna go down the inside of Bumpington to go wheel to wheel, and Joseph's gone wide and straight into Della Lamy, and things have gone wrong. Oh dear.
Yeah, and that might be a penalty this time out for Johnson on that rejoin. That is pathetic. Like,
to be fair, I guess in his defense, he was out of control on the grass, but still, he could have slowed down.
Yeah, that is going to be a 10-second time penalty. Please note that down for Mitch Johnson. Adric Keefe didn't really get to do anything in that accident, so he's going to get away scot-free. What happened to Turner? Oh, and well, that is a different case. 2 rejoins, but he goes into Kamiński on his own.
Iwasaki was involved in that as well, and just a lot of incidents into that corner. I dare say, I don't know what it is catching the drivers out, but as you said, it's not advised for the drivers to go side by side through there. And then there's this final chicane as well, which seems to catch a few guys out. But the battle for the race lead then between the 2 former F1 drivers, Ollie Katzenberg and Ratko Betes.
Wait, no, Henry, no. Just write down the 10-second penalty at the moment. But anyways, back to the front. Betes immediately trying to get back at Katzenberg. And there you go. Easy does it. Easiest move in your life. Carrasco also getting back onto Soilu, blocking the man.
Yeah, he got a bit of oversteer on the exit there. And luckily he was ahead of Ari before that. So, the only result of that was that he slowed down Soil a bit, as we're watching Valiak chase down Aguirre for 11th, I do think this is. Very good stuff from Eva Valiak, though. Just avoiding all of the chaos that's happened in these first few laps.
Yeah, Valiak really pushing through, especially in the Colony. You can also see Harding Gallagher there also climbing through the field. Bumpington and 14. Van der Walle also gaining a lot of positions. Junhua Gaizu also in the points at the moment, which is astonishing for the Chinese man.
Yeah, very well done from Gaizu. as we're on board with Ari Soilu. You can see how absolutely planted these cars are through those final corners of Imola. It's absolutely incredible. But now down this straight and through Tamburello, Soilu is going to have an incredible run on Carrasco here for third.
That's true. Meanwhile, Carrasco, speaking of him, he has the fastest lap, but no fastest sector on the circuit. As there goes Soilu to the inside, oddly enough. Bangs wheels with Sergio. That's lucky to not go any other way. He's going to try and force the Chilean driver onto the curb, maybe try and cause him to spin, but it did not work out, and the Finnish driver is still side by side with the Racing Engineering car. It is going to be advantage Soilu as they go into the left-hander on the outside. A beautiful overtake, but it's not done just yet. There you go, now it is. And David Morris Pearson in the All-American Racing thinks about a move. You don't really want to do that through here. Backs out of it, thankfully. Use football that doesn't bangs wheels, but that's going to be fine. There is no damage to anyone here. They all settle each other down. As that's Patrizia Andrade San Marino onto Henry J. Brown, who's been doing pretty well in the Dams car. Beautiful move completed. Aguirre following suit now.
Yeah, a lot about kicking off at the midfield. Surprised though that the moves between Svoboda and Alfa Khoury didn't end in tears, but yeah, nice to see that. As there you have the trident of Aguirre swinging around the outside of Henry J. Brown. Very, very well done. And Valiak's going to get past as well, and now Gallagher behind. Going to try to get past Henry J. Brown as well. Henry, not looking too good for him at the moment, as Bettis, I believe, has taken the lead from Katzenberg.
Yeah, he has done it a lap ago, but now Katzenberg is trying to do the same again. Odd line. Bettis defending the outside line, which is better because for Tossa it turns into the inside line. But Katzenberg is clever as Bettis nearly spins.
Ooh, and that's going to be a major advantage for Katzenberg as it does get the better exit compared to Ratko Bettis, and the German will be in the lead ahead of the Serbian. Very, very close battling between the two, but Ratko, I think, bit too much curb usage for the Serbian.
Yeah, he really threaded the needle a bit too much there. Crucial mistake for Ratko, and really unfortunate at the moment. Meanwhile, we can see Moreira catching up too. But Pearson, Alfa Khoury for the speedway racing there. That's a massive off. But again, these cars don't like sudden changes, like going over curbs. That is not what you should do in those cars.
Yeah, Van der Velde had a bit of a slide there as well, but yeah, impressive stuff from Ismail for being able to catch that. As here's Hermindo Ubaldo Manzanares doing a bit of the opposite.
Yeah, smashes into the wall. That's not ideal. That's probably going to put him into last place in this race. But yeah, not much else happening. We're going to follow Katzenberg, who's lost the lead to Bettis. Oh, that's interesting. Bettis just not wasting any time. Not waiting for Tosso and Tamburello, just settling it right here, right now. I don't think that's the best idea. We're approaching the final lap, Miran, because this is a timed race. Next lap is going to be the final lap, which is going to start like when they cross the line. Katzenberg again has slipstream. I think Bettis made a mistake here. Because
yeah, now this is going to be crucial for Ole Katzenberg, as it's going to be a long straight before the braking zone. They weren't called as a straight, but you do get what I mean. They do go flat out through here, and Katzenberg is going to be able to close in massively on Ratko Bettis heading into the first braking zone. When will he try it? As a bit, I think he was having a thought of it, but right now nothing coming out of that. So Katzenberg playing the waiting game here, it looks like.
Katzenberg wasn't able to send it. There is the second race, which is 12 minutes long. I suppose you can also score decently there, but same points for both races. It is going to be crucial to score in all of them. Not the best exit for Katzenberg now in the slipstream of Bettis. Let's see, into the chicane now at the top. No moves being made. Katzenberg is super close though. It's going to come down to the final corners here. He might pull a Bettis on Bettis. Let's see.
I think he's gonna try it.
No, he
stays
doesn't.
back. What is? Just hasn't gone for it at all. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I think it is looking to be Ratko Bettis win here, but you can't call it, as heading into the final chicane, and he cannot do it. Ratko Bettis, for the first round of EFO, will take the race win here at Imola.
Yeah, very nicely done. Miran, I just wanted to see this little save from our Czech fellow.
Wow.
Yeah, Svoboda really pushing it to the limit here. Let's see, who will score the final points paying position? It's going to be Gaizu. Points on debut in MMS. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, nice stuff from the Chinese driver. I think he'll be a bit happy with that.
Yeah, we're just going to wait now for everyone to finish the race. We're going to note down the fastest lap, and then after this race is done, we're going to go to the next qualifying session. Yada yada yada. Basically, procedural races. Then we had a bit of a moment for Iwasaki there. Wilhelm doesn't get him though. Then you have Tanders, Arillis, Castillejo, Johnson, Nawawi, and Kaminsky. Drama for the high-tech team here. Looked like a good result, but then Kaminsky went off and it suddenly didn't look good anymore.
Yeah, a bit of a shame for them, but there is the second race, which I believe is shorter than this one.
No, longer. 4 minutes longer.
Oh. There you go. But yeah, I have to say, we had some pretty solid battles in the first race here, and I say if this does keep up through the rest of the season, we could have a very thrilling season on our hands.
Yeah, and one thing about TFO, you score points for the fastest lap no matter where you finish. So, Wattenberg has scored points. Good job on him.
Yeah.
So we're just going to quickly nab results. Results of the races will be posted after the fact because the gaps are messy after the race and I want you guys to get a proper experience. So please wait for the race results. So yeah, they've been saved. We're now into the waiting screen. Actually, you know what? Let me quickly just post the results. Shouldn't take too long. But yeah, Miran, we're done with the first race. Radko Betes wins, Katzenberg second, very close behind though. It was not a one-sided affair.
No, yeah, I mean, I'd think Betes would absolutely pull away, but he faced a lot of pressure from Ollie Katzenberg, especially on that final lap. I think one more lap, and he would have definitely gotten it. But yeah, I think this just goes to show that everyone still has a fighting chance in EFO. But yeah.
Yeah,
the second race, it's not a reverse grid, right?
No, because I can't. I wish I could, but I can't do that. Also, Mitch Johnson drops to 36th because of his 10-second time penalty. All right. So we're done with that. We're gonna now lengthen the race. But yeah, I have to say though, I am surprised about the level of racing we got. You know, spec series, but still, we got plenty of racing.
Indeed. It was quite exciting. I think we should be in for another thriller here.
Gotta make sure I read the team radio. Betes was congratulated on the win by the team just saying nice win. Oh, I love those guys. So here we go. Oh, that's interesting. We already have the results of qualifying for the next session, and it is slightly different.
Very different, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's very different. Oh, what has happened here?
It is almost like a reverse grid.
Yeah. I am doing my fastest typing speeds here, trying to get this event done rather quickly, because then we have F1 to move on to. And if EFO is anything to go by, F1's going to be crazy as well.
Indeed. Imola has always proven to be... well, I mean, it's always proven to be a very exciting track in terms of F1. So I don't think it should be any different, really.
Yeah, here we go. Qualifying results posted. So, we're gonna now go to the grid once again. And I'm gonna quickly announce it, Miran, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
So here we go. To the track on pole position, it's Ari Soiler this time, followed by Ratko Betez. Then you have Saeed El Alawi. So despite crashing out in the first race, there is pace in that Red Bull Racing car of his. Then you have Lewis Bumpington all of a sudden for the Durango team in P4, followed by Nick Tander in P5 in the ART, followed by Tamer de Jong in 6th. Then you have Wilhelm, Svoboda, Moreira, Kara, Zaridis, Manzanares, Kaminski, Romano, Johnson, Carrasco, El Fahuri, Wattenberg, Keith, Di San Marino, Van der Velde, Katzenberg down in 22nd. Van der Valle, Castillejo, Gallagher, Enzo Moreira, Pedro de Lamy, David Morris Pearson also down compared to the previous session. Aguirre, Valiak, Iwasaki, Nawawi, Brown, Vervish, Royce, Gaizu, Berge, and Sturner rounds of the field. Yes, it was the Jeff Gordon car. For the person asking in chat, that was the Jeff Gordon livery. Here we go, Miran. You can now get the honors to call the race start.
Oh, thank you. So we're just approaching 5 lights then here at Imola for race 2 of the San Marino Grand Prix of EFO, and we're underway here at San Marino. Very good start for El Alawi behind, and he's immediately going to try and challenge Soilu. Betis is there as well, as El Alawi and Betis go side by side for second position, but this is good news for Ari Soilu as he leads heading out of Tabarello. Then behind is Lewis Bumpington trying to make up places as well, but Saeed is ahead of Betis then, heading through the second corner.
And look at Bumpington to the inside. He goes for the double overtake attempt, but he makes it stick. But there's been a spin.
Oh, and that's Moreira.
Oh no, Miguel just drops it on the curb, I assume. Yep, he does. Causes a bit of ruckus, but luckily, it doesn't look like it was anything big. I don't think anyone even got damage out of that.
No damage for anyone, which is really, really good to see.
That will not be problematic, I promise. Okay, it might be a bit problematic. We're fine. Soilu. Oh no!
Ooh, and that is El Alawi once again into that corner. Just doesn't go his way. There's Romano. Oh dear. As Svoboda has contact. Oh my goodness.
What was that Iwasaki? What was that?
That was one of the
line?
Premos who just straight lined through the grass. Oh, and that's Van der Valle into the wall as well.
And that's me into the wall as well. But what happened to Enzo Van der Valle? That is a destroyed rear of that Campos car. Let's see. Oh. Nicht gut, as you would say in German. Who was the culprit of this accident? It's Enzo Moreira. So both of the Moreira brothers in trouble on the first lap. Enzo, that's going to be a 10-second time penalty for Enzo Moreira.
Yeah, the two Enzos coming together, which is a shame.
What happened to Sofia Romano, though?
Who was it that just straight lined it on the grass?
Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's Svoboda getting damage on his own. And then, dear lord, that is a massive crash. And then here you go. No, that's Di San Marino, of course.
It is quite humorous, just out of absolute nowhere. But I guess, yeah, it is. I guess it is wreck avoidance somewhat for Di San Marino. And look, she gained at least a few positions.
No, she didn't. She lost positions out of that.
Oh, okay, so maybe it wasn't that good of a wreck avoidance, but whatever.
Yeah, and Eva Valiak nowhere to go. That's not really a penalty. She was spinning. She was driven into by Gaizu. So only Enzo Moreira at the moment with a time penalty. As we go down the order, Betes is down in 4th now, followed still by Alawi Azaridis to the inside here, trying to get...
One man, we should mention here, Kyle Wilhelm has made it up into 3rd.
Yeah, that's astonishing. From Carlos Cara now gets it onto the Greek driver, beautiful stuff. Wilhelm into 3rd, and Lewis Bumpington. Wow. Henry, can you write down the 10-second time penalty for...
Svoboda is into the pits. So
yeah, that's for damage.
Yeah,
that's all for damage. Was a 10-second time penalty? Yeah, thank you. So here we go. back to the front, you can see Alawi and Bettis being rather close. Manzanares and Kara battling for position. Alawi now not wasting any time to the inside of the Williams driver. Oh, a bit of contact there, but still gets the better exit. That is impressive.
Yeah, that Saeed El Alawi passed 4-4th, I have to say. The man looking very, very good on pace at the moment. Timon de Jong is now pressuring Ratko Bettis. There's Giannis Zarilis trying to get past Nick Tander. The two go wheel to wheel. Zarilis on the inside, but I think he's going to have the outside. Now then, heading into the chicane, Tander has
Tander's
it. Tander
been
runs
punted
wide
wide
and straight into Sergio Carrasco. Oh, well, luckily, though, no damage for anyone.
Yeah, that's fine. No damage, that's fine. Only I think Tander lost... Oh, that's Henry J. Brown. No damage somehow. A bit of contact though. That's Sturner now that has lost his wing. Same with Aguirre. I don't think that was there before. I might be dumb.
I think that might have appeared on the previous lap.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh dear.
Midge Johnson, what are you doing? Oh my god. Wait, what is Johnson doing?
I think he was a bit surprised by Van der Velde coming into the pit lane, and Aguirre couldn't just do anything, and just
I mean,
that pushed him into the...
He parks it up. No one can avoid him. Can you even make anything out of this?
I mean, it's a difficult situation, realistically. I think I don't know what he was trying there. I think he was trying to follow Van der Velde and
he was
Van der
clipped
Velde
by
came into
Moreira, but then he just goes off on his own. This was holdable. This is just the weirdest racing incident I think I've ever seen. Well, you know, this is the FO. This is a race of specialities, you could say. Back to the front though, it is Carrasco and Zarilis battling for position. Carrasco trying to get a better run. I think he will with the outside line. It should be the logical situation, but no, he gets pushed wide. There's a bit of contact between him and Tander there. Sergio still side by side. Zarilis goes for the line. It's 3 wide, but it is going to be the racing engineering car going in front.
Yeah, lovely battling between the two. And now Zarilis and Tander are going to come wheel to wheel once again, though. Tander round the outside gets the better run, and possibly the slipstream as well. There's Bettis and El Alawi going side by side as Saeed is there on the inside line of Bettis, but he goes wide and Ratko is onto the grass, and this allows Timon de Jong to get past.
What? De Jong is just slicing through the field out of nowhere, but yeah, Alawi just loses the back end. Bettis clips him, very unlucky for the two. Meanwhile, Lewis Bumpington and Ari Soilu are having a battle for the race lead. I don't think I would have said this before the season started. Oh!
Ooh, yeah, slide for El Alawi. Could that allow Timon de Jong to try anything? De Jong, in accordance to try and follow El Alawi, has forgotten about Ratko Bettis behind.
Meanwhile, Bettis on the radio saying that the Arab guy can't drive, blaming Alawi for the incident in the hairpin. I don't think I would agree with him.
Yeah, it's getting a bit heated between the drivers already, but we're going to witness the battle for the race lead between Ari Soilu and Lewis Bumpington.
Meanwhile, there's been, I think, a massive accident between El Fakhuri. Yes, there...
Oh, dear!
Oh, that's a car graveyard right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, I think we have a clear picture as to what happened. Castillejo was talking about a messy start. Meanwhile, it was a massive off for Keith. So many other drivers. Nowhere to go, really. That was such a Constantina effect. And then in come Pedro del Alami and Ismail Al-Fahuri, unsighted and unable to react. Oh, that is awful.
Al-Fahuri just didn't stop.
Okay, this is on Keith, but no damage given to anyone here because Moreira manages to avoid it. Pearson does hit Zarilis. So Pearson might get a 5-second time penalty out. Then again, where was he meant to go in all of this?
Yeah, to be fair, I can't really say anything on Pearson.
And then, oi.
He tries to still be on the throttle, and then just Pedro del Alami comes charging in as well. That's going to be quite a heavy hit.
Yeah, Adric very unlucky because he just gets hit from both sides. Oh dear, that's a bad onboard here. Such
a major smash.
And this is like this is like 70 kilometers per hour to a sudden stop. He's gonna feel it in the morning.
Indeed.
Oh, and then, oh, that is just a roadblock effect. Nowhere to go.
Oh goodness, that's that's Valjak who just came charging in as well.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Just yeah, and then there's
Energy Brown's race goes from bad to worse.
Then all these guys trying to get past as well. One of the speedway cars are damaged, and then they have Johnson who is barely driving a car.
Yeah, massive crash. I hope everyone's alright. Not the start to the EFO season that we of course wanted.
As we're now going to look at the battle for the race lead then. Ari Soilu versus Lewis Bumpington, and Bumpington could definitely have a chance of it. Heading into the braking zone, it's there on the inside line of Ari Soilu. Gets a bit of snap oversteer, and yeah, he does it. Lewis Bumpington leads here at the Imola with 7 minutes to go.
That is massive for the Durango team.
Indeed, and this is his rookie Grand Prix even, so this is going to be really impressive.
Yeah, to win on debut in a field as packed as EFO, that is definitely a prospect for the future.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be a lot of exciting drivers to come out of here as well. As watching Ole Katzenberg in the Red Bull trying to chase down Sergio Carrasco. Hasn't got the best of exit. Miguel Moreira trying to have a look, but he's being put under pressure by David Morris Pearson. As the two might go wheel to wheel. No, Pearson stays behind for the time being. There in the background is the other Moreira trying to back up his brother Enzo Moreira, trying to get past Pearson as well. As we look at this,
and it's sort of passing Lewis Bumpington for the race lead. Nice stuff. Clean overtake.
I was just waiting for you to say it.
No, not gonna hear it from me today.
Thank goodness we're past that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have some worrying news about the team radio between the team and the Lalami. Apparently his legs hurt a lot. There's a lot of screaming there, and that's not good.
It's not very nice. As Lewis Bumpington, once again, they're having a really, really good scrap for the race lead here. As Bumpington might try the same thing again on this lap.
Nope.
No, he does not. He stays behind. And could that be the right
Oh
choice
my
for him?
god,
There's time with the Young.
And De Jong overcooks it.
Move.
Yep, he overcooked it a bit on the curb. He got Alawi, but not much else. Wilhelm remains in third. With Betes struggling to catch up as look at Manzanares. That is a suicidal attempt.
Ooh, yeah. A good thing he backed out of that. But yeah, this is gonna get interesting now. As I think Said has run a bit wide.
Yeah, he had a bit of snap oversteer there on the exit. These cars, as much as they're planted through high-speed corners, through the low-speed ones, mate, they are a handful.
Indeed, as
there
once against
Katzenberg.
And Soilu's taking the lead again.
He was in the lead before.
Oh, right, he was.
There's a snick Tander lapping Mitch Johnson.
That's a bit worrying for Mitch Johnson, but Tander's going to try to get past the Australian as best as possible. Tander's there on the inside line. The two go wheel to wheel. Johnson over the curb. Tander not with the best of exits.
Oh, Gold is having a money shot here. Look at that, 3 of his drivers.
Oh, yes. As there is Lewis Bumpington now down the inside of Ari Soilu. What a debut race. This guy's having a bit of oversteer there. Could that give Soilu the better exit? There's El Alawi down the inside, but he's round almost. And that might just cost him the podium.
I think it did. I think it's only going to be between De Jong and Wilhelm now because Betes is right behind him. But look at Manzanares. Although he slows Betes down, this allows Betes to still sling it on the outside. Side by... Oh no, they're going to go side by side into the chicane. Jack Cara joins the fight and Betes is going to go wide. Betes smashes into Manzanares. He keeps it going, but Jack Cara has spun out. And please, God almighty...
Oh my goodness, and that's straight into Giannis Zarilis, and Zarilis is out.
Yeah, that's massive for Zarilis. Oh dear lord.
Such a shame.
Well, that is a straight 50-second time penalty for Jack Cara. That is pathetic, but...
Oh, what is he doing?
That's on borderline disqualification, I would say, but... That is just wrong on so many levels.
As well, I'd have to say he could have done a better parking job, but still, I mean, That's such a shame for the man from Greece, as David Morris Pearson's trying to chase down Enzo Moreira. There's Manzanares, who is trying to get past Ratko Betes. Betes is himself trying to get past Saeed El Alawi. These two have been battling a lot this race.
Zarilis is out, another retirement this race. Here we go though. Bumpington far away from Soilu, not catching up to him anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that, considering how MMS has been in the past. We could definitely have another battle, but here we're going to see the battle between Betes and El Alawi, as Ratko Betes with a bit of oversteer there on the inside line, but he gets it done on Saeed El Alawi.
Yeah, Alawi. Same thing that happened between them earlier this race, but no damage again. They keep going, and I hope we can see them battle once more today, because they've been doing fantastically. Betes, though, outside of podium positions, that's definitely not something we predicted before the season. That's Katzenberg coming back this race. He's already 9th, side by side of Moreira, with David Morris Pearson behind. Katzenberg gets a bit of a bump, though, and he goes into, and he damages himself.
You know, I was about to say Ole Katzenberg is my vote for driver of the day.
Lawrence Vervish, I think, could be your next one.
Indeed, as he's going to go on to Enzo Moreira, not before being slowed down by Ole Katzenberg, who himself is trying to be overtaken by Enzo Moreira. He's going to defend without the rear wing. I don't think that's going to work, but Vervish is going to try and follow Moreira through into the corner. Yeah, he goes on the inside, bumps him a bit, as he's going to follow the Portuguese driver through, and he does it.
Mind you, Moreira still has that time penalty.
Oh, yeah. I have to say that, yeah. Lawrence Vervish is doing very good here. As there is Lewis Bumpington down the inside line of Ari Soilu. This could potentially be the penultimate lap of the race, and he's done it.
Yeah, he's done it. Meanwhile, Ratko Betes is going nearly for both, and Ratko spins.
And it's gone all wrong for Ratko Betes. That's such a shame.
Maybe the tyres maybe hit the curb a bit too much there. That's probably the reason, but that promotes De Jong back into 4th, Alawi now into 5th, and Manzanares, most importantly, into 6th. Betes, he's gonna be frustrated about that.
Indeed, I don't think he'll be. I think he'll be a bit upset with himself, as we now got the Zach Speed versus the Coloni, as Vervish. Ooh, don't scare us like that.
Yeah, I think the tyres are starting to go off here in the Italian heat.
Yeah, these two don't seem to care though, as they've just been battling away the entire race. Lewis Bumpington under pressure once again from Ari Soilu.
Yeah, Bumpington, he's gonna start one more lap in this race as they quickly go through the final chicane. Soilu with a poor exit, and now onto the main straight they go.
He's definitely going to get it into the braking zone, most likely, as we go on board with Ari Soilu. These cars look so incredibly quick through these corners. It has to be said, just planted on the throttle, as Soilu might be lining up a move on. He might be lining up a move on the inside. He goes for it on the inside line of Bumpington,
and he's
a clean move for Ari Soilu gets it done.
Yeah, meanwhile, Manzanares doesn't want to follow, he wants to follow his teammate, and he also makes his overtake attempt successful. Meanwhile, on the radio, Tim de Jong getting a bit cocky. I don't know if you've seen it, but basically calls Betes an idiot for the little spin that happened. That's a bit
I guess just casual Dutch business. But now then, on the final lap of the race, it's going to be Ari Soilu versus Lewis Bumpington heading down to the final corners. I don't think the Brit is close enough, and I think it might just go to Ari Soilu. But remember the classic MMS catchphrase, it's never over until it is over.
Let's see, trying to get a decent line here. No, not really happening just yet, following Soilu close. It's gonna be close between the two, but it's gonna be, I think, Ari Soilu to take the crown in the feature race as he goes out of the final corner and across the line. It is Ari Soilu winning the feature race at San Marino, followed by Bumpington. Wilhelm is gonna be 3rd, which is amazing. Manzanares overtake Alawi and kept the position. Betes in 7th, then you're gonna have Sergio Carrasco in 8th, Miguel Moreira 9th, Pearson 10th. Enzo Moreira is probably not going to stay in his place due to the 10th second time penalty. Then you have Vervish, Gallagher, Iwasaki in points. So nice job from the Prema driver there. Then you have Eva Valiak also limping to the finish line. Nick Tander also is going to score a point as he overtook Svoboda on the final lap. So decent stuff from him. And then the rest of the people not really scoring points. Me and Ermindo Manzanares with the fastest lap.
Yeah, nice race, I have to say. A bit more cleaner than the first. I mean, we still had our fair share of incidents, but it was a bit more cleaner than the first one. And yeah, I have to say, congratulations to Harry Soilu. And we had some really, really great drives to the field today.
I agree. As here we go, the final cost crossing the line, and it is going to be Manzanares with the fastest lap. And that's the race done. There is your race winner, Ari Soilu. So Soilu and Betes going away with wins in MMS European Formula Open season opener. So driver of the day?
Oh, there are many people I want to give it to, but I'm going to give it to Harding Gallagher. I will have to say, finished P13 in both races. In the first race, he qualified P22, and the second one, he qualified P25. And to claw your way through the field without any issue, no damage whatsoever, I still have to say that is pretty impressive. So he is my driver of the day.
I am gonna, for the overall weekend, I think I'm gonna go for... Hold on, in what place did... in the first race? Hold on. I am tabulating my results. I am gonna go for Sergio Carrasco. You know, the decent debut race. I don't think much else can be said, really. Decent debut, kept the pace, kept himself out of accidents. I think that makes a good driver.
Yeah, I guess he did alright.
So, guys, stay with us. Not on this stream, but stay with us as we're going to move to the Formula 1 race in around 5 minutes. So, I'm in Kai.
And I've been Miran.
And we'll see you in the next one, which is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Be sure to be safe on the roads and wear your seatbelt. And, as I said, we will see you in 5 minutes for Formula 1.